Hey guys, welcome back to the Omaha Places podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Cahner, and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And my name is Delaney. I'm the digital content coordinator for Omaha Places.
I don't think I fixed my mic all the way before we started here. How's your week going?
It was going good. I went to Via Farina last night.
Ooh.
And I went with my mom and my brother's fiance. But my mom made fun of me because I have the same intonation every time I say my title and name at the beginning of the podcast. And I was like, yes, I do.
I feel like the viewers like that. It's like the same with Omaha Places videos. Like if I didn't say in the same intonation each week, here's what's happening in Omaha, people would be like, what are you doing?
Well, I think I'll mess it up if I don't do it the same way every time. Like I'll fumble over my words or something. I'm like, yeah, if it was an audio track, it would definitely be the same.
Yeah. There's another podcast that I listen to about triathlon, and they always try and do like a different intro each time, but it's become kind of like a bit that they do because apparently they get messages of people being like, no, just do it the same way. And then they'll like try and switch it up. And then at the beginning of each episode, they're like, do we like that? I don't think we like that. Let's just go back and do it the normal way.
Yeah, I think I did try to do that in some of the beginning podcasts, or I was going to do something a little different. And I was like, this is just going to mess me up or get me out of my groove, and that's okay.
Yeah. All right. So Via Farina, how was that? Did you even put that on your list this week?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, you did.
It was really good. I've never been to the downtown location, so I loved the cozy vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that area anyway, and there seemed to be a lot of cute apartments over there, so I'm like,
it's like kind of popping off down there.
I could see myself moving over here.
Ooh.
But then again, I do
that would be a big change from Benson.
I know, but same small neighborhood vibe.
Yeah.
And it would be closer to downtown.
That'd be really nice.
Big perk.
I have a friend who lives literally right across the street from Via Farina, and she walks downtown anytime we're going down there.
Yeah, they have cute little flower boxes on that apartment. And then there's a super nice apartment with, I think they have lofts or something.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yep.
I could vibe here. But anyway.
Did you sit on the patio at Via Farina?
No, I got a reservation, and they don't let you book the patio, I think, for reservations, which was totally fine. Because it was super hot yesterday. Yeah. But we got the two most popular pizzas, the Fratello, which I've had before. And actually, I thought that it was a lot better at this location.
Really?
Because I had the Fratello at the other location as well.
Yeah.
Like, I like my crust like more crispy. I don't like if you pick up a pizza and it like droops, I'm like, no, but this was perfect.
Okay.
And so I loved that. I liked the cozy vibe. And honestly, now that I've seen both locations, they did a really good job translating the interior to be very complimentary to each other.
See, I haven't been to the new location, so.
It's a lot bigger, not as cozy, but I got the vibe that it was
there.
Yeah, they did a good job with as big of a space as it was.
Yeah, I wonder in regards to like you saying the pizza being better at the OG location, wonder if there's anything to like the pizza oven being a little more worn in or something like that.
That could be.
Because I feel like with pans and stuff, like cooks say that they'll only like half wash the pan or something, so you like want that flavor to build up.
And maybe it's just because I went there like right when it opened. I'm sure they've got it all figured out now. But
yeah, well, cool.
No, loved that.
Okay, I went to the Committee Chop House this week for their Summer of Steaks. So this is going to be going on, I think, through like September-ish. It'll be going on for like quite a while, through the summer, I guess. But each month they're featuring a different local rancher. And I didn't even write down what we had because I think, did I go in May? No, I went in June. But it'll be different next month. So there's no reason to actually like write down which one we had. But they're all local ranchers. So that is of note. So you'll get, I think it's 4 different like cuts of meat. They all tasted the same to me, to be honest, but if you're a steak person, you will probably enjoy that part. So you can do the steak flight and then also get stuff off the regular menu, which I thought was nice. So we also did, we did the wine pairing, which is an extra $15, but you get like a bottle of wine. We got a baked potato, a wedge salad, pork belly, creamed corn, and broccolini. It was way too much food.
I was making the carousel and I was like drooling.
Yeah.
I was like,
Also,
this looks so good.
The sides were gigantic. They set them down and I was like, is a giant eating this? Like, who portioned this out? So beware of that if you guys are getting sides too. Like 2 starters and 2 sides.
Great shareables.
Plus 2 steak flights. Yes. Like I had leftovers for days, but
amazing.
It was really good.
Good
like,
food for leftovers then.
Yep. So yeah, definitely you guys should go check that out this summer if you love steak.
I went to Barnado's new speakeasy, which is Studio 54 themed. And what I gathered from that, because I had heard nothing about what Studio 54 was, is that it's just a lot of disco, a lot of, they said debauchery. I never know how to say that word, debauchery. It's debauchery.
Okay.
And that's why it got shut down for, you know, like above and beyond party behavior, like just craziness.
Yeah.
So that's what the theme is all about. But they had DJs and aerialists, and this is running for the next few months because they always have like different speakeasy pop-ups if you've never been to Barnado. But you go through the kitchen in Barnado's lounge and then through the freezer to get there. And it should be unlocked for you.
And our video is up already. So you guys can also see like what the freezer door looks like if you're curious on where to go. Yeah, when I looked up Studio 54, because I also had never heard of it, the thing I was reading said it was like the disco. So it's kind of like a normal disco like you would think of, but not quite as like high school gymnasium disco as what I think it's like.
It's not Mamma Mia.
No, it's like underground disco. Like, so it's really cool.
I'm thinking like lounge in New York.
Yeah.
Type of disco. Mm-hmm. Yeah. People did ask what the music was going to be from the DJ, and the DJ didn't bring his flash drive for the shoot, so we just pretended.
Delaney was actually filming in silence.
No, for real. I was like, act like you're doing something, and he was just kind of giggling. He's like, do I bob my head? I'm like, yeah.
He actually looked like he was like DJing in the video.
He did a great job. Louis V Music, shout out to him because he was a great actor. And then the aerialists were also super cool, and she's got this light up spinning circular thing that she does things in. So
cool. Do you know? Cool. Okay, so when the speakeasies open, is the DJ and aerialist going to be there like the whole time, or is that more like a Saturday?
I think
Friday,
they are.
Saturday thing? Okay.
I think they are. She has a team of aerialists, so I don't know if it'll be her the whole time, but that's kind of what I gathered. I know the DJ will be there. I mean, that's the whole point of the speakeasy.
Yeah.
To have
those things.
Yeah.
I actually really want to go. I haven't gone to the last couple themed speakeasies that Barnado has had, but I do really want to go to this one.
No, and they've started to, when they've done these partnerships, it's become like a heavy partnership. Mm-hmm. Like they're working with them the whole time. They're helping coordinate the ideas and stuff. So it's I think Barnado has evolved into becoming like more about showcasing these businesses as well. That's not really just cool. The speakeasy decorations that they're really known for.
Mm-hmm. Good for them. Yeah, they do a great job with their stuff. Okay, I'm going to skip to the last or the third one that I have on my list. I went to Seymour Smith Park, which I'd kind of been to before just because it's like off of the trails. But I actually stopped and like kind of poked around and I did more research because I was like, there's a lot of stuff in this park. But it is located on 72nd and Harrison. So I think it's, well, the address said Omaha, but you're like right on the border of La Vista or Papillion. No, La Vista.
I get those two.
Yeah, confused. I get them confused too.
One of the two. I can't remember.
I think it's La Vista. But they have a lot happening in like a very small space because I feel like you go out to like Chalco or something, it's like so spread out, but everything in this park was like fairly close together without feeling crowded. So that was good. But first of all, the entire complex or like the entire park utilizes barrier-free design concepts. So it's really built with people with disabilities in mind. So like if you're in a wheelchair or something, like you will be able to go in every area of the park, which I thought was really cool. And I didn't realize that while I was there. It was only when I was looking it up that I realized that. But yeah, anybody who has a mobility impairment or any other disabilities, it's made for you to fully enjoy all the sports and recreation that they have. They have a playground and a splash pad, which we have been getting asked about splash pads for kids. They have soccer and baseball fields, a tennis court, a disc golf course, and a wheelchair softball field.
Okay, wow.
Right?
Now I feel like I need to go.
I know. And it's like, again, in like a very compact space. Like it's not this sprawling big park. And a skate park. And
it's known for that.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of skate events there.
Yeah. There is this other thing that I could not find any information about online, and I should have taken a photo of it. It's basically like, it looks like a street, but like not as big as a car street. So I don't know if it's made for like, what are those, not the toy cars, where you're driving the cars, but with your little, I don't know what that's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Remote controlled cars.
Yes, yeah. Remote controlled cars. But it's like a big hill, and then it like levels off, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Is it for sledding? Is it for races?
I think it's like a race thing.
Okay.
But there was not any information about that online. So unsure what exactly that's for. But if you have like a car,
just fun
then
for skateboarding, extra little something.
It'd be a pretty steep hill for skateboarding. But I guess if you're a pro, go for it. But don't say we told you to do that. And then the whole park is located right off of the Big Papio Trail and the Keystone Trail, which is just right on the other side of the creek. So that's how I originally found it, because I wanted to go on a bike ride for like a new trail. And I had always ridden by the park. I just never crossed over to the Papio side of the park. So yeah, go check out that park. It'd be a great, like there's tons of trails that walk around it too, or you can hop on Big Papio or cross over to Keystone.
Well, speaking of places for recreational activity, I went to Fig for the coffee shop's passport shoot, and Fig is super cool. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever given it as much credit as it deserves, because it's so, like, it lets in so much light. The food was good. I had this like spicy chicken sandwich, and it really surprised me.
Like, I saw your vlog about that.
Check out our YouTube. We posted
a vlog, a week in the life behind the scenes.
Yep. And I went there, and then they had a gorgeous patio, and Fig is connected to the Luminarium for people who don't know. And they have a huge park outside. So for families who want to go get food, stop at the Luminarium, then go to the playground. Endless space. And that playground is maybe even cooler than the Jean Leahy Mall one.
Agreed.
Because it's smaller. I thought it was bigger. Okay. Maybe like in terms of levels, the Jean Leahy Mall is bigger. Yeah. Because it has like an underground.
Yeah.
It's got levels.
But
this one's all spread out, and they had like a rocket ship thing, and then places to crawl all around. They had babies out there. And little water features at this one.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it's right next to a boardwalk. Mm-hmm. So if you are from a coastal area or like coastal areas and want to pretend, you can go to the Riverfront boardwalk. Because that's immediately what I thought. I was like, I feel like I could pretend here that I'm in Charleston or something.
Some vendors down there along the boardwalk.
Yeah. I mean, they do have vendors like toward Heartland of America Park, so it's a little just over there, but yeah, adding that to that area would be cool.
And there's a little beach too,
they
right?
Have an urban beach. Yep. So you can, again, keep pretending. And there was this cute family having like a picnic on the boardwalk there.
That's cool.
And I was like, okay, new picnic spot.
Yep.
Unlocked. And then they have volleyball courts as well, because I did a whole thing. I took Melrose on like a long walk, and we did the Bob Carey Bridge thing and the Baby Bob Bridge thing for you guys. And so it was a lot of exploring places that, I guess I've never explored, or maybe it's been a long time. Like I've definitely walked the Bob Carey Bridge before, but
it's different with Baby Bob now. Like I've seen Baby Bob, but I haven't actually gone across it.
And it makes so much sense. Yeah. Like I'm almost like, why didn't we just do that all at once?
Yeah, from the beginning.
Yeah. But no, it's a super nice feature, especially as we're still in the CWS time. Mm-hmm. Super easy to just park in Council Bluffs and just walk on over.
Yep. I forgot that I also went to Fig until you just said this.
Oh yeah.
But I went on Sunday. And my original idea, I wanted to go get a coffee with the Passport, maybe get breakfast or something, and then go walk around the riverfront. But it was really rainy. So then we went to the Luminarium instead, since they're connected. So I hadn't been to the Luminarium in probably a year or so. So that was fun to go back over there. But yeah, it was good.
And they have sand volleyball back there.
Yep.
Riverfront has a lot of sand volleyball events.
Yeah.
Volleyball. I can't even put words together today. But yeah, great space. And it just keeps getting better the more I explore it.
I have a specific Capital District place that I'll shout out, but I feel like this week for both of us was a lot of just like going and walking around, because a lot of the campaigns we were working on this week
were montage.
Were like more B-roll. Yeah, we just kind of needed some like general shots of downtown, and like you were filming a bunch of just like development stuff for
Omaha World Herald, but
I don't know.
Hopefully also to have our own post for Baby Bob.
Yeah.
And to update some of the blogs with the updated things.
And then I walked around the Capital District because I literally needed one clip of each of the places in the Capital District. And then when I went into Frank's Pizza, just to like, I wasn't planning on getting any pizza, and the guy was just like, oh, here, have a slice on the house.
That's so nice.
Yeah, he was very sweet. So I did try Frank's Pizza for the first time. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say it's up there with Tiny's, but I would go there again.
I think that's one of Megan's favorite pizza spots.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
She shouted out on the podcast one time. I was like, oh, that just opened. I'll have to.
Yep. And it's located right in the heart of the Capital District. They have a patio out back that overlooks like the courtyard of the Capital District. So great spot too if you guys are like going to go down to the College World Series and want to watch on the big screen or something. It's literally their patio's right next to the big screen. So prime location.
And I tackled some of those too. I think we had like 3 or 4 that we still needed content of. So I went to Nosh Wine Lounge, which I'd never been to before.
Yeah.
Like we've covered the Capital District a few different times, but Nosh, somehow we always miss them.
Yeah.
Maybe because they're kind of off on the next block.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize that the Capital District technically extended over to that street.
And
I thought it was
Lula
just
Bees, like it crosses the other street as well.
Yep. So that video is out now. All the places that are considered the Capital District. We did a little listicle format.
I was stressed about it.
Really?
I think it's weird because we've never posted that kind of video on Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I probably looked over it 20 times yesterday. And then I was like, okay, good thing I did that because I spelled Akurai wrong.
Akurui. I always say Akurui
I spelled it Akurai and it's something.
Yeah,
Anyways,
the ramen place. That's really good.
I spelled that wrong. So I fixed that. I was like, oh, good thing I looked over this 20 times. And then sure enough, like I was going down the list again. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot Insomnia cookies.
Oh.
So I was like, last minute ad. Oop,
yep.
We're doing good. And then it's like getting up to me getting ready to go to Via Farina. I was like, okay, we need to get this posted like yesterday.
Yeah.
You know? And so then I'm like, okay, post. Just do it. And then I was like, oh, forgot one more. I was like, dang it. But I also didn't know you could like delete and re-edit the same video on TikTok.
That's new because I didn't know that either.
Because I archived the TikTok version of the original video just so I had it before I redid it just to make sure everything went smooth.
Okay.
And then when I went to go delete the original, I was like, dang it.
Dang.
So I wonder if when you like delete and re-edit the video, if it still boosts it the same.
I don't know, actually. I would hope so.
Right? I think it would because it once, but because I'm thinking the second time I posted, it's like, oh, I've seen this before, kind of in the algorithm.
Yeah, but it should recognize that it's the same video, not like a duplicate of it.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know. Anyways,
the things we have to think about.
Okay, any other place?
I think that rounds it out.
All right. We will move into follower questions. So I post a question box on our Instagram story at Omaha Places every Wednesday morning. So you guys can always submit questions there or just send us a DM and let us know you have a question for the pod. So somebody asked best intimate date night spots, and then Somebody else, sorry, there's construction happening in the wall behind us. Somebody also asked best restaurants for fine dining. So those kind of go together. So I might just answer both my questions at the same time. But date night spots, I did kind of a mix of dinner spots, drink spots, and I also had a weekend trip idea. So of course the Committee Chop House, that was a very like intimate date night spot, since I just went there. I hadn't been there in like 3 years.
Nice and low lit and cozy.
Literally. And we sat in like a half booth thing. So then you can like sit right next to each other. Monarch is another good one. I've actually only ever been to Monarch for like a big group dinner, and we sat in like the event room or whatever, but the dining room also looks, from what I've observed, very intimate. Again, that like low lighting. Saffron in Exarban Village. That's a very good Indian restaurant. I put late nights at the zoo.
I think that's intimate.
Yeah, the sun's going down. There's lots of little corners if you want to.
I don't know. It is adult only.
It is adult only.
Except for one. They're doing like a Late Nights at the Zoo Family Edition one-time special feature.
Oh,
so don't do that one.
Yeah, don't get too intimate at that one. Okay, and then some drink spots specifically for date night. Idle Wine, that I think is like the most intimate little wine bar ever. It's in Little Bohemia. Le Bouillon. So Le Bouillon, technically, you could just get a drink over on like the left side of it. It would be a very intimate dinner spot as well. It's French food. And then underneath is Mon Cave, which is a wine bar. I think they have some cocktails too. And that's like cave vibes, dark, low lighting. Like that's about as intimate as you could get. La Bouvette, of course, that just has to be on every list. The Pine Room in Dundee, I always say it, the most underrated cocktail bar. And
it's usually empty.
Yes, nobody's ever in there. But it's so good. Like cocktails there are just top tier.
I had to sit there for 3 hours one time waiting for the tarot card reading to begin.
Did you have some cocktails?
Oh, I sure did. I was like, I'm supposed to film this tarot card reading and I'm feeling a little goofy.
That experience has happened to both of us. Myself at Dundee Dell, which is like they're like the same
right
spot.
door, yeah.
But yeah, the bartender was just like so excited that we were loving his drinks and he just kept bringing out drink after drink. And I was like, it's like 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and I'm kind of drunk right now. It's like, I think I'm taking the rest of the day off.
Well, I just didn't know their tarot reading started so late because I had been there to film the Dundee Dell and the Pine Room and the tarot reading. So I was like, I'm like really early.
Yeah.
But that was
a good
super
spot
cool experience.
to be held up. Also La Beau, which is the little bodega underneath Udalali, also in Dundee. I've been on a date there and they do have tables, but then they also have little couches. So I feel like the couches are nice for like to go sit on, have a drink for a date.
Prettiest patio.
Yes, a very nice patio. And then if you're looking for more of like a weekend away for an intimate date, Kimberly Creek Retreat. If you can snag one of those domes, that'd be a perfect little weekend. And then for the second part of this question, best restaurants for fine dining. Some of these, obviously all of the like food places that I just mentioned from the last question would apply for this as well. But then also Yoshitomo or Koji, they have the same chef. Avoli Osteria, which is in Dundee.
Can confirm, good date spot.
Yes. Au Courant in Benson. That's like prime fine dining in Omaha, I think. Sage Student Bistro. I thought that was great. That's also probably the most economical option because fine dining is not cheap. But that's at Metro Community College up in North Omaha. Any of the supper clubs, so like Bohemian Gardens, which is Delaney's favorite. Fig has a supper club. You just kind of have to know where those are at and keep on the lookout for when they're happening because they don't happen super regularly. Salted Edge out in Waterloo. Yeah. I never know which one's which. But that overlooks the lake out there. And if you go at sunset, it's beautiful. Udalali, which I just mentioned. And then Simo Pasta and Wine, if you want to make a little trip out of it out to Fremont. Fremont's actually pretty far. When I went out to SEMO, I was like, we're driving like an hour. But it was very good and a very quaint little spot.
And
so
you could drive past Lake Bennington and like check out some of the sites for a little bit of a cruise.
Totally. Any places that you want to add to this?
Oh, the Bohemian Gardens do their Via Farina night on Wednesdays. So if they don't have other events, that would also be a really cute spot. Yep. I tried to go. That's why I ended up at downtown Via Farina because I wanted Via Farina, but in my favorite spot.
Yeah.
But which was still great. But yeah, that would be a good date spot.
Totally.
And like semi-cheap, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, Via Farina is not bad, in my opinion.
Just Yeah, it's like what you'd expect, I guess, from a high-end pizza.
Cool. All right.
Someone asked, where can they pick flowers? And I happen to know.
Yay.
I don't know of any spots in Omaha yet.
I'm glad you picked this question because I was trying to think of places and I was like, I don't know any. It also depends on the season, I guess. I think different seasons would have different places.
September, usually a lot of people are trying to clear out their flower beds a little bit. So that is usually a good time. But Arbor Day Farm in Nebraska City is doing a specific You Pick event. And you can book tickets online. It's starting in July. They were going to start in June, but maybe the flowers weren't ready. Or maybe they had something going on. I'm not sure. They pushed it back. But they have rows of flowers for people to pick. And it's really great for all the pollinators that they're trying to promote out there. They provide you with the clippers and like a little carrying basket so you can just clip them, put them in your basket. And then at the end, they'll give you this giant mason jar and you'll put all your flowers in there, cut them down how you want, arrange them. And then you can put ribbons around the vase and take it home with you.
You did that last year, didn't you?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, right in the fall, I think, or right at the beginning of fall. And then the small bouquets are $20 and then the large bouquet would be $25. But you can reserve them online, and we'll be posting some stories a little closer to July when it begins. So be on the lookout for that.
I did find one other farm that was probably, I think it might have been outside Lincoln or something, but they said they weren't open for the season yet and didn't know if they would open for the season. So I wonder if something happened with the flower crops
last year, I think they had to cut it all down because of the fires. That sort of thing, especially as they dry out, does easily catch fire. So, sometimes that's a reason if it gets too dry.
If we come across other places that do end up opening for the season, we will post something on our Instagram story.
And I'll always have these in the event guide, probably under reoccurring events if they're a month or so long. So
subscribe to our newsletter.
Yes, or check out our event calendar.
Yep.
And then the last question we had where are some fun teen locations? So feel free to jump in.
Okay.
Hollywood Candy actually reached out to us, so I'm excited to feature them.
Wait, did they? I saw they followed us, and I was like, oh, that's random. Wait, I also went there this weekend. I forgot about that. Yay! I went back into the pinball area. Okay, maybe this is like a life hack. We didn't like pay for any of the pinball machines, but if you just go press all of them, odds are you'll find some that you'll be able to play.
That have quarters in them already or what?
I don't know if they already had quarters in them or maybe they just don't take quarters. So yeah, if you're there, go back to the pinball machine.
That's a cute intimate date spot. That's a little back room. But anyway, Hollywood Candy is a really good fun teen spot. I like to spend my time there. And I'm grown. Bob and Willie's Wonder Bowl and Reno's Karaoke in Regency Landing is also a good spot. The Fat Putter until 6 p.m. downtown is super fun. I would say like keep it like a smaller group. I think anything too big, you can't really enjoy the games, but you have to have like more than 2 people for maximum fun. Okay. Spielbound, the board game cafe. If you're into board games or want to play with strangers, make new friends. Roller skating at the Riverfront, per usual. Any game, the College World Series is going on. The Storm Chasers play at Warner Park. Union Soccer plays at Warner Park. You went to a Union Soccer game recently.
It was fun.
Honestly, I haven't been to Warner Park in probably years.
Really?
Maybe, I can't even remember when I was at Warner Park last.
That's funny because I feel like we've done a lot of campaigns at Warner Park, but I guess I'm the one who ends up going.
You film them. I'm like, sports.
Yeah, what are sports?
And then there are movie nights at Turner Park. The next one is on June 20th. And then after that, July 11th. And I want to say Wicked and Guardians of the Galaxy is what's playing.
I think I did look. Guardians in the Galaxy is the June 20th one. So okay. Wicked must be the July 11th.
Wicked is the second one. And then Film Streams on the Green happens, I think it's either once a month as well. But they're having Mamma Mia on July 14th in the Builders District. You just missed the last one. It was A League of Their Own for CWS themed.
That's cool.
This week, which it will be a week late. So yeah, be on the lookout for that because the Builders District, as we've talked about before, is an up and coming little area for all these sorts of things.
Also, Falconwood Park has movies too.
Yes, $5 per person.
Yep. Lots of good, fun teen locations.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move into events. So this is events happening the weekend of June 19th to the 22nd. If you guys want even more events, you can check out omahaplaces.com/event for our whole event calendar, or you can subscribe to our newsletter. So Juneteenth is on Thursday the 19th. So we have lots going on for that. Juneteenth at Culture House is happening on the 19th from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is a free event. There's going to be live art, a community art wall, which I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds cool.
I wonder if it's just one of those things where everyone pitches in a little piece and then where do you put it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Somewhere cool.
I love stuff like that. An expressive dance circle, fun, open mic from 6 to 9 p.m. and a lot more. Oh, I think there's going to be food and beverages and stuff like food trucks, which I did not write down, but
yeah, Culture House is a great spot.
Yes,
they always have fun events. We missed like this cool roller skating event that they had, and I saw it like a day after or something, and I was like, oh, that's so fun because they have a concrete floor in there.
Yeah,
but yeah, they had music going on and people were roller skating. I'm like, they need to do another one.
Cool.
Of those.
Yeah, that's the same place that Art Battle is at. If you guys have seen our video on that,
their Art Battle is coming up again soon. I already mentioned this in my teen thing, but here's a more specific thing. So Friday Night Movies in Turner Park is happening on June 20th. It opens at 5 and Connor hates this, but the movie begins at dusk.
What time is dusk? That is very inconvenient for my planning purposes.
And they are playing Guardians of the Galaxy, so there you go.
I think when I said I looked up what movie, I don't think I actually looked it up. I think I looked at my notes. I saw that and just like passively saw it and remembered it.
But yeah, it's free. So take your kids, take everybody. Yeah. Go to Turner Park.
All right. Another Juneteenth event is Juneteenth Joy Fest. I think this is like one of the main Juneteenth events in Omaha. So this is happening Saturday, June 21st, on like around 24th and Lake Street. It's a pretty big like festival. So if you just head to that direction or that area, you'll find it. There's going to be tons of live music, DJs, poetry, a flea market with Black vendors, a kids zone, community art projects, and more. And you do need tickets, which I didn't realize, but
I think it's really grown.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's good. It takes a lot of resources and time and energy to put on an event that big. They do have an Eventbrite, so you can get tickets through there. They start at $7. I didn't look up if there's like ticket tiers, but it's not that much to get in, and they're offering a lot.
They're also, I think on the 19th, they're doing a bike ride, and this made me think of you.
Oh, cool.
But it's like a joy ride.
Yeah, I did see that actually.
So I think it's on the 19th. I want to say like 5 to 8 or something like that in the evening.
Cool.
That'd be a cool event as well. And that's connected to Joy Fest. Another event going on is Omaha Flea Sunny's Edition is happening the 21st from 12 to 5 p.m. It's free to attend. Just come, enjoy community, great drinks from Sunny's, of course, and then get in some great shopping. Local shopping.
Local shopping. We love it. Lots of fun summer stuff happening. Is that it for this week?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Omaha Places podcast. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.